Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is John. While checking out the Dragon Age Origin reviews on Steam, I noticed this one comment where a user mentioned Wabbajack Modpack called just a humble Warden. It's a full mod pack with a massive amount of mods. Huge. It almost triples the game size and fixes a lot of bugs and should help enhance the graphics for such an old game. And I thought we just have to give it a try. And because it can be a little bit technical to set up mod packs and modding programs in general, I thought we'd give it a try and I would make a how-to video on how to do this, and hopefully it helps someone out there. So the very first thing we're going to do, and feel free to follow along and pause the video where you see fit, we're going to first need to find a location on your computer to store the files. Just make a new folder. I'll make mine on my storage drive. As you can see, I already made the folder. It's called Wabbajack. Make a main folder here, just something you'll remember, because we're going to install the mod organizers in this. And inside that folder, create another folder and call it Wabbajack. This is going to be your main program to download the mods. After you've created the folder called Wabbajack, where we'll host the main executable, create two more folders and call them Downloads, and the other folder, call it Installation. The Downloads folder is going to be for our downloaded mod packs, and the installation is going to be those files in their installed and usable form. There'll be three folders in here, just like I have it: Downloads, Installation, Wabbajack, and those are all in a folder you can easily find if you need to. And in each of these folders, we're going to create another folder that's the name of our mod. In this case, it's called Just a Humble Warden. Okay, we're going to copy that into each folder. Download Wabbajack, link in the description. Just click on download. And your next step is to copy that file, that program, into the Wabbajack folder you just created. You paste it. It should look like this, but with just one file. And you're going to double click that file called Wabbajack, and it'll start up the program and look for updates. So you're just going to let Wabbajack update at this point. It'll take some time. Okay, and now with Wabbajack updated and launched, we're going to click on Browse Mod Lists and give it a moment. And make sure you have checked up here, Show Unofficial Lists. So type in just a, and the mod pack we are looking for is Just a Humble Warden, which it showed up here. So what you're going to want to do from here is click on this down arrow for download, and then click on the play button after that. Okay, and it's going to launch the web page that hosts this mod. So we want to keep that open. We're going to reference it soon. But back in Wabbajack, we're now going to link to those two folders we created earlier. The installation folder here, we're going to click the spread icon, these three dots, and then navigate to our our installation folder. Okay, make sure it matches installation here, installation, select, and then we're going to do the same with our downloads. Downloads, select. Before we hit download, this is very important. Make sure you have a Nexus Mods account and have your login credentials ready, because we're going to need to log into your account to download some mods within the Wabbajack program. If you don't have a premium subscription to Nexus Mods, you're going to have to click on each mod that you download. And when there's hundreds of mods, it can be quite tedious. And in my opinion, the $5 is well worth it. And you're also going to need to get an API key, which is like a password. It is a password for your Nexus Mods account that we're going to give to Wabbajack for it to communicate to Nexus Mods. And to do that, we're going to go to the Wabbajack program, and up here at the top right, there's this gear icon. We're going to click that to go into settings, and we're going to log in to Nexus Mods here. So click login. Okay, and we're going to type in our login credentials, username, password, login. It says generating API key, so maybe that process is automated, but if for some reason it didn't automatically connect for you, I'll put this link in the description as well, but you're going to want to click on Request API Key within Nexus Mods settings, navigate to Wabbajack on that page. When you click Login, it should automatically collect that API key for you. Right? So now we're successfully logged in on Nexus Mods. We have a premium account to automate the process of downloading mods because we value our time and we don't want to click on each mod individually. That's insane. If it makes you feel better, some of the money goes to the modders to support them, although I'm not sure how much that is. I just remember Nexus Mods mentioned that. We are now ready to begin the download process. And while that's happening, it's going to take a while. So while it's downloading, let's go ahead and prepare the installation. We're going to want to remove all files related to the game and start a fresh, clean install. Before we do that, I'm just going to hit download here. It's going to start. And here on the left, I have the instructions opened to install this amazing mod pack for Dragon Age Origins. Perhaps the best one ever made so far, called Just a Humble Warden. Okay, I'll put that link in this description as well. The first thing we're going to do is navigate to our documents and go into BioWare and Dragon Age and delete everything in there. Okay, with the documents folder completely empty, we're going to navigate to the game installation and just make sure it's completely empty as well. And to do that, we're going to open Steam, navigate to Dragon Age Origins, the game, click on the gear icon, manage, browse local files, and then we're going to uninstall the game. So gear icon, manage, uninstall. Okay, and I'm just going to refresh, and we're going to delete everything in here. Just make sure everything's gone. Just like that, it's empty. Now we're going to reinstall the game. So click install and get that new fresh copy of Dragon Age installed and ready to go. So the next step we're going to want to do is start up the game for the first time. And because this is such an old game, it was written in 2005, so it was a long time ago, before 64-bit architecture was standardized. We're going to need to install a custom executable to run the game on modern hardware. You're going to navigate to this page on Steam. I'll link in the description, and you're going to want to click on this Dropbox link. Your download should look like this, LAADA. Going to open that, and here's your Dragon Age Origins file. We're going to copy that. I'm going to go back to the game files to paste this into. So browse local files here. And we're going to go into bin ship, bin for binary. So we're going to paste our binary in there. And replace. Now we can start the game. And we're going to need to initialize the game. That just means start it one time. And we're going to go in there and change a setting or two. Let's go ahead and start up the game. With the game loaded up, look at the menu here on the right and look for other campaigns. If it's grayed out, like it is for me, we're going to have to run something to activate the DLC. So from here, let's click on Options, go to into Video, and change our resolution. I'm going to change mine to 4K, but that's only because I'm using a TV to play this game. And if you're using a normal sized monitor, I'd recommend 1080p or 2K. But if you have a nice big screen that can stretch the UI, so because the UI is kind of small with the higher resolution, that's the issue. So yeah, change your resolution to what you need. And we're going to go back to Options, Video, and make sure anti-aliasing is turned off. This is because the mod pack has its own anti-aliasing shaders that come with it. So this looks good. We're going to hit OK and we're going to quit. All right, now we need to activate the DLC. And that's really straightforward. As mentioned in the instructions here, for the mod pack, right here at the bottom, we're going to navigate to this folder called Redist, and we're going to run this program. So in the root game directory, find Redist here, and we're simply going to double click on this update add-ins XML, and it'll update for you. Here's what it looks like when it works. So I'm just going to close that. All right, and now we're going to continue the instructions to install Just a Humble Warden mod pack. Now we're going to open the mod organizer. And to do that, we're going to go to the installation folder in Wabbajack. Starting here, we're going to go into the folder in the installation directory in the Wabbajack. So I'm going to click on Just a Lonely Warden, and here's our install files. And I'm going to look for Mod Organizer right here and double click that. And the first thing we're going to do within the Mod Organizer, we're going to go to this drop down on the right, and we're going to go to the DA Updater. We're going to hit Run. And we're going to select the DA zip files from the installation directory in this DA zips folder. I'm going to select all, Control A, and then click Open or hit Enter. And then you can see that they were updated here. I'm going to click the very first one and then scroll down to the bottom and then hold Shift and then click the very last one to highlight all of them. And then I'm going to click on Install Selected. Okay, you'll know it's finished installing when the entries on the right here, you can see they have the status installed. I'm just going to check all of them are installed, and we're done with this step. The next step, we're going to click on this drop down again, and we're going to fix DLC. So click Fix DLC. And we're going to click Run, and a command prompt is going to pop up. Okay, and if the command prompt for some reason does not pop up, in the installation folder, you could find it right here, Fix DLC. And we're going to click that. It looks like this. And we're just going to press the space bar and let it fix the DLC. Looks like it went through. Everything says fixed. I'm going to press space again to exit the command prompt. And the next step, we're going to manually move some files. We're going to look for a folder called Game Folder Files in the Lonely Warden installation folder. Okay, I just entered that folder, and you can see bin, ship, and packages. I'm going to copy those and then go over to our Steam game installation. So the root directory for Dragon Age Origins. And I'm just going to paste those files in there and replace. Okay, the next step is we're going to update the cutscenes. So I'm going to copy the 60 FPS cutscenes. So back in the Wabbajack installation here, you'll find cutscenes. I'm going to take the 60 frames per second. And if for some reason the cutscenes play in slow motion for you, then you'll have to use the 30 frames per second. So you'll have to come back here and copy these as we're going to do right here. I'm just going to copy all the folders in cutscenes, 60 FPS, and go back to the game installation, and I'm just going to paste those in there and replace. Okay, so this next step's pretty important. To play with this awesome epic mod pack, we're going to always have to launch the game through the mod organizer. So I'd recommend bookmarking or creating a shortcut to the mod organizer to open it, and then you're just going to, up here on the upper right, you're going to click on Run. And make sure, Dragon Origins is selected. Okay, and there you have it. We've successfully installed the mod pack. And if you experience any issues or bugs or anything, let me know in the comments and I'll try to help you. Well, I hope you got something out of this. I hope it works for you. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.